Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel where we talk all about hobby hopping and all the different hobbies that I'm sure we've all tried or wanted to try at some point or another. Before we get into too much today, I did want to give a shout out to Dover Publications for sending me this beautiful coloring book by Lydia Fenwick. She is so incredibly talented. I will make sure to leave the link in my description so that you guys can find it if you are interested. It's about Lunar New Year, all of the different animals that Lunar New Year encompasses, and because this is Year of the Horse, I wanted to color the horse picture because that just sounded so fun to me. So enjoy the coloring while we do a little bit of a chat today. So I wanted to talk about just hobby hopping in general and why I feel like we just as humans tend to hobby hop. And I am not sure if this is just a trait that some of us have or if this is a trait that all of us have, because I feel like I have always, I want to say struggled with hobby hopping, but I honestly don't really know if it's something that we need to call a struggle, because hobby hopping is fun. And people that have never tried to hobby hop, like, I don't know why we would ever force ourselves to stick with just one hobby. Like, really, truly, I have always just loved all the different creative things. And so I just have kind of really jumped into things head first and gotten really into it and hyperfixated for a couple of weeks. And then I tend to kind of move on. And then occasionally I'll go back to the hobbies that I have hopped around to. And I really think that that's okay. I really feel like we need to start normalizing just being okay with being so multifaceted. We as humans, I really don't feel like are meant to just be one thing and just stay in that box for forever. Personally, I've tried so many different hobbies, you guys. Like, I really, just to name a few, coloring is a big one. I got into coloring super hard January of 2025. So it's been almost a year. And this is one that I really feel like has stuck pretty good, actually. But I jumped headfirst into it in January of 2025. Got, alcohol markers and about 18,000 coloring books. And I've just kind of just flown with it, honestly, and it's been so much fun for me. But in the summertime, I kind of stopped doing it. I think I kind of burnt myself out, to be honest, because I was just it had become almost an obsession. And I think that is where hopping from hobbies comes into play. And I don't know if I have ADHD. I've never been tested, and I've never really tried to diagnose myself, and I don't really know all of the symptoms or signs of ADHD. So if you feel like I have ADHD, then please let me know in the comments. But to me, I'm just I get so hyper fixated and so hyper focused that it becomes an obsession, and then I get completely burnt out, and then it almost becomes like a chore, and I almost don't even want to do it anymore. And so I feel a little bit bad about that for myself, because I'm just I don't know how to stop it, I guess is what I'm saying. It just consumes me. So I think that's where hobby hopping comes into play, is because then once it consumes us and then it feels like it just becomes a chore, then obviously we're going to get bored and we're going to move on to the next thing that is going to give us that dopamine hit in our brains, right? So I feel like that is a big thing for me, is it becomes a chore and then I move on. But I really realized this, a big reason of why I think I hobby hop is because I used to not feel like a very creative person. But now that I realize that I'm so creative, and that's why I jump around so much, is that there are too many things that I want to create and too many things that I want to try and too many things that I want to do, that it just overwhelms my brain, and then I just have to hop around all of these different things that seem joyful and creative and fun. And honestly, I love that. I feel like within the last year, I've just embraced the hobby hopping part of myself rather than just feeling bad about it. And it's made me have so much more joy in my hobby. When I start a hobby, I'm like, you know what? I'm probably not going to stick with this for my entire existence. Like, my brain is currently telling me, right? Like, when you jump into a new hobby, you're like, yes, this is my new thing. I'm going to be 80 years old and still doing this exact thing that I am so obsessed with and so in love with right now. You're probably not going to, especially if you have tendencies like me to where we just hop around to everything, and that's okay. So I think that the biggest thing for me that I've learned is just to embrace it, but also, like, you have to kind of try and set some limits for yourself. I'm not saying make a bunch of rules for yourself, but just like when you're getting into a new hobby, you're not gonna don't go buy the most expensive thing that you can buy of whatever it is. Like, for example, with like alcohol markers, there are a lot of giant packs of alcohol markers that you can buy that are pretty pricey. I would not recommend going out and spending all of the money on a specific brand of markers that are really, really pricey. Did I do that? Maybe. I didn't buy all of them, but did I buy the brand that I really wanted to buy because I had researched the crap out of it to realize, oh yeah, this is the brand. I almost get like hyper fixated to the point where like I'm researching so much that by the time I even started, I'm like, oh, I'm already bored with this because I'm like, I've researched it so much and I've watched so many YouTube videos on it, and that's what my algorithm has become, that it's just showing me all these things that I'm already just so excited to get into while my hobby is still in the mail waiting to get to my house. So it just is really funny to me, and I'm okay with it now. It used to really bother me about my personality, and now I'm just like, you know what, that's okay. I can be multifaceted, and I can have joy in more things than just one, and that's totally okay. But back to, I needed to finish talking about all the different hobbies that I have gotten into over the last few years. So one is coloring. I already mentioned that. I did embroidery for a little while, for like 2 seconds. Then that embroidery project is still sitting like off to the side of my nightstand, just waiting to be finished. It was a Christmas one. I started it back in the summertime of last year, and I never even got close to finishing it. So that was super cool. And I got into needle felting for a while. For a little bit, I thought I was going to get into scrapbooking. Bought a lot of scrapbook stuff, so that was fun. Currently, I'm really into watercolor as well, and that has been absolutely amazing. I'm so excited to share with you guys all of my watercolor paintings and just watercolor supplies that have been just so fun to buy and to get into. And I think that that's where that dopamine hit comes from, right? When we're hobby hopping, is because we're buying things, and we're researching, and we're learning. And I think that our brains really do crave learning new things. And that's part of why it's so fun to just start to kind of collect. Like, I'm a collector of hobbies, truly. And it's just fun to learn about it. And then I have to, share it with all of the people that I know and love, that I'm like, listen to this new hobby that I found that is going to be, my thing for forever, that I do for always, even though they're like, okay, yeah, I don't think that it's actually going to. But I have very supportive people in my life that I just absolutely love. So I'm very, very grateful for that. But I just know that other people out there need to hear this, because hobby hopping is not a bad thing. If you are a hobby hopper, if you're a collector of hobbies, do not feel bad about yourself. It's just because you are so creative and so amazing and so multifaceted, and you just want to try all the things, and you just want to have joy in life. And honestly, what better way to have joy in life than to try and just create things, truly, really, truly, and to just learn new skills. So thank you so much for joining me today and watching me color this picture. This picture was honestly so fun to color. If you can tell what kind of 2 Disney movies that I tried to incorporate here, you are a winner. Let me know in the comments if you can actually tell which 2 Disney movies I was kind of trying to envelop between all of this. But thank you for joining me. Thank you for being amazing. And I'm going to try really hard to put out videos about every 2 weeks. And let me know in the comments if you want me to share like a video on my favorite supplies, or what other things you guys are kind of looking for. So thanks so much for hanging out, and I will see you guys next time.